Okay, so now I'm going to do Twitter integration. Now, with Twitter, we need to create a brand new Twitter account just for our site. So if you've already got a Twitter account for your site, that's great. You can use that. If not, you need to create a new one. So I'll show you how to do that now. So we're going to go to twitter.com. I'm just going to log out of the account I'm signed in with here, and then create a new one. So I'll log out here. Okay, so we're going to create a new account. So we're going to go new to Twitter, sign up. We've got to choose a name. Now, I'm not going to use my real name here. It's just a name for the site. So I'm going to call it iPhone8Fans and see if that's available. We'll use that. It's quite a good idea actually to use keywords from your site in your name if you can. It just helps you get a little bit extra traffic. Then I'm going to put my email in. So I'm going to put my email in here. Now, you will need to use a different email address for different Twitter accounts. So you may want to create a new email address for your site. And that's what I've done. So I'm going to put that in here. And then just choose a password. Okay. So now you will also want to register your phone. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm just going to skip ahead in the video while I do that, just because I don't want you all ringing me, basically. Okay, so now I'm gonna choose a username. So again, it's a good idea to try and choose one that has your keywords, your key keywords in it. So I'm gonna go with that one. Okay, so let's go. So when you're setting up your Twitter account, it's really important before we start trying to use the plugin with it, just to do a bit of initial manual interaction with your account, just so that Twitter doesn't think it's just completely run by a bot. So I'm just going to put some things that I'm interested in here. So I'm just going to search for iPhone 8. There we go. Apple. There we go. And I might just put it also in here iPad. Yep, and then maybe iMac. Okay, so we'll show some topics. And I'm not going to bother with this, no thanks. And I would just follow the ones that it recommends. Yeah, it's good to just, follow and so. And this notifications, not now. Okie doke. So let's set this up. And just before we start using it, I'm just gonna let's skip all. So yeah, first of all, I'm gonna put out a couple of manual tweets. It's a really good thing to do that. So I'm gonna do welcome to my new iPhone 8 Twitter account. So when you're using Tweet Marketer, it's a really good idea just from time to time just to sign in, even if it's just once every 2 weeks, and just do a manual tweet or do a manual follow. If you just do a tiny little bit of manual interaction alongside using the account, it just gets way better results. So also, you, as before, want to take some time to set up your profile photo and a cover, and set up, your biography, etc., etc. Put all that information in there. Again, it just makes things look more natural. It makes things look more appealing to people who might want to interact with you and, view your tweets and go through to your site. So yeah, take some time to do all that. I'm not going to do it now, just because I want to, skip through all this for the tutorial for you guys. So yeah, take some time to set up your account at this point. Also, at this point, you should confirm your email address. So it does sometimes take a little bit of time for them to send the email address, but yeah, as soon as you get that, make sure you confirm it. Okay, so now we've got our account set up that we're going to use for our site. And again, as I mentioned before, if you already had a Twitter account for your site, that's great. You can just use that. So we'll go to Twitter developers now, So I'm going to go to just search in Google for Twitter developers. And there we go, it's dev.twitter.com. So now I want to go to My Apps. I want to do create a new app. So I'm going to just give it the same name as before, 858 fans. You can put anything in here, so I'm just going to put help for my site. I'm going to put a link to my site in here. And we don't need to bother with a callback URL. Okay, so now we do create a Twitter application. Okay, doke. So the next thing we want to do is change our access level. And we want read, write, and direct access. So then we go to settings. And we go to, we go to keys and access tokens. So then we need to create an access token here. So we go back to the settings page and then we start putting this information in. So first of all, we want to put our consumer key in, which is this one here. So I'm going to copy that. Consumer key is the first one. Paste. Next one, consumer secret. Copy that. Paste it in here. Next one, access token. So copy this. Make sure you copy both lines. Paste it in here. Next, token secret. Copy that. Paste it in there. And then finally, we want to get our owner ID, which is this one. So we copy that. And then we paste it in here. And then we just click save. And there we go. Twitter is now integrated with one-click traffic.